Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll leave it with him. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. Under fire. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He wants to change this route. Quarterback keeps it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Intercepted. Still running at the 40. He'll try to take it back. Oh, he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
And the offense is out on the field with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Vols!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bussey. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Finds his tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Aggies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll run it from the gun. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Really good looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space. It was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's a home run waiting to happen.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Scanning the field, it's Reed. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Off to the races. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
Physical. It's just the kind of people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical. They want to do the dirty work. They're willing to do the dirty work, and you love it when your team has a bunch of grinders, a bunch of physical guys, a bunch of blue-collar guys that want to work.
Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose. Past the 20. He's at the... And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And he made the extra point without problem. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Texas A&M offense goes back to work. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Looking for space, it's Bishop.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
From the gun, running back on the move. The 2024 season for Tennessee had some highs, wins over Bama, Florida, and Oklahoma. Man, did it end with a thud. They got clipped by the Ohio State buzzsaw and then suffered the big shocker of the offseason with Nico Iamaleava jumping into the transfer portal.
Yeah, I don't know that there was a more interesting offseason than in Knoxville. The quarterback spot, the drama, the back and forth, and Nico leaves, and then Joey Aguirre, who he goes to UCLA, Nico, and now the guy who transferred there transfers to Tennessee, so quarterback roulette, and Tennessee has a new guy.
There are things I expected to remain consistent, at least with Tennessee, though. Tim Banks is going to do a great job at defensive coordinator on that side of the ball. And you know Tennessee's going to run it as well. So I know a lot of question marks around the quarterback spot, but there are other facets to this team that make them very dangerous.
A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. He only needs a sliver of daylight. A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. See some of this, they'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Owens. Breaks into the open. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie! And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Boston College managed to eke out the victory in a tighter-than-expected one. And they'll savor this one in Chestnut Hill for some time, no matter the final score. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. Using his legs to buy some time. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Another incompletion on third down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Wants to throw on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On the direct snap, it's Owens. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. That was about as exciting a first quarter as you could possibly have. Numbers are impressive as we look at the stats. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Throws for the tight end. And it's picked off for the third time today. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Gonna run it. It's Thomas. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
From the gun on third down. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Sends it back in motion. On the snap, it's Zeno. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's going to lose a yard on that one. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Going to try to pop one on the screen. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
So now it's 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw, it's Reed. With the catch, it's Owens. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. There he goes. Quick with the spin move. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Craver. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
From the red zone, looking for a man. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
Third in Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that first down, makes the big mistake.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes a grab down the middle. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown ball. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down on your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play. And you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Dropping back, it's Reed. Here comes the heat. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Texas A&M going up tempo. Calls his own number. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
That's good for Fighting Texas A&M.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Owens. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Flushed out of the pocket. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The toss sweep to the right. Running to Green. Gets it past the marker. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And with that last carry, into triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still the first half.
Dropping back, it's Aguilar. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
And the Vols getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Turning it on. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
On the run, it's Thomas. He breaks a tackle, and he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Cincinnati is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Desmond Ridder should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by 11 to West Virginia. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Men?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To the air, it's Reed. Takes the easy completion. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
He might want another play. Looking to scramble. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Complete downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Volunteers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He's got it inside the 30. He's into the open down the middle. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Aggies.
Some Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
He stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to get the 2 and cut this to a 2-possession game. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. The 20. Touchdown Volunteers. And the beatdown has ensued.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the 2nd half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
And he makes the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he capped it off with a 65-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Dropping back, it's Reed. He's going to let it go. Pulls it in on the left. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him.
What a throw on 1st down on the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Running game worked on 1st down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Makes the grab. It's Bussey. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
Well, that was a weird one because I think running back screen was called, but the quarterback just saw an open receiver downfield and said to himself, hey, I got an open guy. I'm just going to take it.
Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, Aggie. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And he added the extra point. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Buys a little extra time. Fires on the move. No one in the vicinity as he makes the grab. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with his group of...
Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Into the end zone. Touchdown balls. And the pummeling has started.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Pretty good job on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 32-yard line. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
They almost had another interception. Is everybody clear on who's wearing which colored jerseys?
This quarterback has thrown a lot of picks. I don't know if he's just not seeing the field right or he's just trying to force too many throws. That should have been number 4 right there, but the defender dropped it.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Finds the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes a grab past the marker. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead.
There he goes. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
First down for this offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, and this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And the defense gets to him and snuffs out the 2, and they will draw no closer here. After that score, they'll try to build some momentum here in the 3rd quarter and get it back with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will... Oh, it's a fumble. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. To throw, it's Reed. That's caught, it's Bussey. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on 2nd down. Floating away. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the 4th quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, it's Concepcion. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Owens. Finds a crease at the 20. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Aggies want to crank the tempo. Now from inside the red zone. Finds his big tight end. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Headed outside for the line. It's Owens. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Southern Miss answered the bell away from Roberts Stadium today with an impressive victory. The Golden Eagles knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where the Sun Belt is right now, and man, what a difference.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. He leaves it with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And you can feel the momentum a little bit, right? I mean, the fourth quarter has kind of changed, and this defense is settled in. Their offense has scored as well. So this is a big tipping point in this football game. This is a big possession because Uncle Mo is all on the side of the defense.
Looking for room. It's Bishop. It's a fumble. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
And offenses practice this situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get first downs. They do that, they stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
The Vols can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Going for 6. Touchdown, Tennessee. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And this defense is just getting squeezed by the Big Orange, and he's cutting him up like Peyton Manning.
Man, no answers. I mean, he's really had his way. They haven't made him feel uncomfortable. If I'm a Vols fan, I'm jacked up that I got this guy at quarterback because he's showing he can put up some big numbers.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield, it's Zeno. He spins that thing down the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Aggies.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Tight end now in motion. Trying to pound it in. He gets it in there for the 2, and now they've chopped that lead down to 11. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. So here is the Tennessee offense. Give to the running back. Hey, it's a live ball. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
You know, these running backs have to keep 5 points of pressure on the ball, especially against this defense that prides themselves on creating takeaways, and the offense, real lucky they jumped on that one.
The Volunteers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll give it to the back. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. Looks as if he's going to run it. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. It couldn't go. Side, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And the Vols will line it up on 1st and 10. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Second down, and the defense has no choice but to sell out to stop the run. They've been running it, but now the pass. Oh, he makes the catch. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
Hands it off. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. Whole lot easier after that penalty. It's 3rd and 2. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.